but I should be with you in 3, 2, 1. We're live. Okay. Now we live in exciting times. Things are changing. Over to you and stop the volume there. I should be with you. And we're good. So welcome. My world is ever expanding, my live video world. We're live on 6 different web pages. We're live on my profile. We're live on Be.Live in 5. We're live on the Video Hub. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. We're live everywhere. So purpose of this show, which is not in the Be.Live group today, is to actually show you how you can go live on your website. Now, the thing is that we spend our lives on, well, part of our lives on Facebook and YouTube trying to get known, liked, and trusted. In order, quite possibly, people might visit our website. But in order to do that, they've got to find out where the website is. A whole range of hurdles between getting known and actually getting people to your website. I say hello to. Hello, Harper. Brilliant. Great to see you. And good luck with the podcast on Podbean. I'm on Podbean too for the podcast. It's the best place to go to. Okay, now, these are exciting times. We're able to go live on our websites, and I'm going to give you hints, tips, and tricks as to how you can do it, because attracting people to your website takes the same effort as it does to get known, liked, and trusted. So, without further ado, what I'm going to start with is something I did earlier today. Rather than present live, which is what I did yesterday, I have a short video to show you, and then I will be back. Before I go, live streaming Q&A with Stephen is where we are today, and I want to say a hearty happy birthday to Nick Wood, who is celebrating his birthday today, hopefully in some style, and we'll see Nick tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, along with myself and Harper. So let's see if I can get this sorted out. If I bring the video up on screen, it says show on screen, so I am doing, and I want to hide that. Go side by side so that you can see the video next to me, and I'm going to hide that as well. Okay, so it's just me in the video. I'm going to go picture in picture. Then I'm going to go full screen. So let's watch the short video that I made earlier, and this will give you an insight into what we are doing and what I'm suggesting that everybody thinks about. So let's go full screen. Hello, this is in Wiltshire in England, and today we're going to be looking at how can I broadcast to my website. So let's take off my name and go to the title that we're using today, which is how can I live stream to my website. There is a way of live streaming to your website. In fact, there are several different ways, and in this mini course we're going to be looking at 3 of them. We're going to be looking at Caster, OneStream, Switchboard, and VI Loud, all of which are capable of going to your website from your Be.Live studio. And this is because Be.Live now has RTMP. And if I go over to set destination, you can see a new RTMP feature, and I'm going to select it. Now, RTMP is real-time messaging protocol. It's the ability to transfer video, audio, in use for years. It precedes Facebook Live. It's tried and tested. It's used by all the major television networks and live video broadcasters around the world. And until now, it's been out of bounds for live broadcasters. But the thing that's changed is that there is now competition in this arena, and we can broadcast to our website for a very reasonable cost, starting about $50 a month. Essentially, there are two pieces of information that are used to actually transmit data from your studio to a CDN, content delivery network, and they are the URL, which is a link, an RTMP link, and the stream key. And stream key is unique to you, unique to the site you're actually broadcasting to. You enter those two items into your Be.Live studio, and you can then broadcast out to a content delivery network. I'm going to show you how to do that step by step in the following videos. If I just take that off screen for a moment, come back to me. This is an exciting time. To be able to broadcast to your website has been a dream for me. And it's so important, because if people are actually watching your live videos on a website, they will be reading your blog posts and visiting your shop, and you're attracting an audience because you can. And we've been in an arena where we've worked hard on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else in order to get known, liked and trusted, in order to people might come back to our website. With live video on your website, we know how popular it is, then you can attract that audience to your own turf, to your own website. And that is so important, and you get better quality video, you get better quality audio, your audience are on your website, they're surfing your website. It's a win situation, a win-win situation, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you 3 different ways of broadcasting to your website. They all have trials, you can try them out, and you can follow the step-by-step guides that are going to be published over the coming weeks. And I'm starting with Be.Live because I work for Be.Live, and it is so simple and straightforward to do from your Be.Live studio to broadcast to your website. So join me on this new adventure as we explore the world of broadcasting direct live to your website in high definition video and audio. Right, okay, now I've managed to turn my microphone on. Thank you, Harper, for letting me know. It sometimes happens, it sometimes doesn't. This is live video, and whilst I was playing the video, next one, I've got one more video to play, I shall switch my microphone off so you don't get any echoing. If you're watching on the Be.Live in 5 page or a live video with Stephen, then you can comment from there as Harper is doing, and your comments will be shown on screen. Okay, now I am live here, but I'm also live on my webpage. And if I go here, possibly, yeah, okay, I can bring it up on screen. Okay, so world first, you're going to see me next to me. And I need to hide that and come off full screen. And next to me, you can see live the website. And I'm going to put the website, I'm going to go picture in picture. So here's the website, and I am live on the website. And hello, Nick, nice to see you. Thank you for putting the emoticon in, because that got the comment on screen automatically. Okay, so this is my website, and this is one of the pages on the website. And if I scroll up to the top, you will see that this is, in fact, if I can find where I am, if I scroll up to the top, you will see that this is my video channel, live streaming Q&A with Stephen, live video channel Be.Live, and live stream web. I'll come back to that in a moment. And if I continue scrolling, I broadcast every Tuesday at 5 p.m. BST, 12 p.m. EST, which is what I'm doing today. And you can watch me live every week on this page. Now, the thing about this is that the link for the page will not change. So by broadcasting on the website, you don't have to you don't have to hunt me down. You can actually go straight to the website and you can see the broadcast live on the website. I don't need to be on Facebook, don't need to be on YouTube, don't need to be logged in anywhere. You can simply watch the video and find out more about the broadcast itself with links. You can find out more about my music show on Mixcloud, which is every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, playing golden oldies from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And if you press the play button, then you can listen to my choice of music. And then live production weekly, it's all about networking. Watch me live every week on this page. Now, the thing about this is sound. I hope you haven't got sound. Change. So okay, I'm going to come back and I'm going to stop sharing and come back to me. Okay, so that was fun. I got an echo then. Nick knows all about echoes. We had an echo on the show yesterday. It's difficult to rid of it. I did overnight make changes to all the web pages so that they didn't autoplay, and that helped a little bit. But the thing is that going live on your website, first of all, it's high definition. It's 1080p because we're going from Be.Live. Second, you don't need to log in. Third, you can surf whilst you're listening. A whole range of things you can actually do, but you're actually on the website. So if you're on the website, you can actually read my blog posts. You can go to my shop when I get one. You just got the opportunity to find out about me, about what I do, about all my friends. I mean, I don't rarely broadcast alone. This is the only one I do, which is just me. Most of the broadcasts are with, people I've met over the years who've become friends. So there is now, you won't be surprised to hear, a live page for myself and Nick. When we go live on a Monday, you can go 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. in the UK. You can go direct to the page. Do not pass go. You don't need to visit Facebook or YouTube or any other place. You can go straight to the web page and you can watch live. And because of Facebook, you can make comments. Now, the comments we can see whilst we're live, but we cannot show them on screen because they're not coming into the studio. There are differences between this type of broadcasting and the traditional one that we're used to, which is broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube. The first one is that you cannot, or I cannot, see the comments in my studio. Never will be able to, because what's happening is that in this case, Switchboard Live is actually broadcasting out this signal, but it's only broadcasting the audio and video. It's not broadcasting anything from within my studio. It has no knowledge of it. There's no access to it. So you cannot show comments on screen, but you can reach a wider audience and you can go to 1080p with good quality audio. And as we were discussing earlier, Nick is going to, when I send him the link, he's going to put this and other broadcasts live onto his website so that when I go live, and I shout out to Guy Cook, who's made the same offer, and I am going to send you the information tonight because Guy is testing it out on a WordPress blog, which is with wordpress.org. Whether it will work or not, I don't. From memory, I don't think you can actually embed HTML on wordpress.org for security reasons, but it's worth having a look at. But you can go live on any WordPress site, and WordPress accounts for 80% of the websites in the world. That's the stat that can be checked. I'll check it up for next week if there is a problem. I'll say hello to Nick. He is, you see, that's confirmation. Nick is going to embed this into his website. I will send the code. And this is a way forward. It's a win-win situation. Okay, because the offer is an open one. If I go live on your webpage, thank you very much, then you can go live on my web pages. Simple as. And you send me your embed code, I'll send you my embed code. We do it once and we can set it and forget it, which is a phrase that Animura of repurpose.io is wont to use. And this is a way to increase reach. This is not relying on Facebook and YouTube. I'm nothing against Facebook and YouTube. Oh, a story, just by the by. You may know that I went walkabout at Stonehenge about 9 days ago. And I filmed the entire walk from the visitor centre to Stonehenge. And you could see it getting closer and closer and closer. And we actually finally arrived at the henge in pouring rain. And I spent 35 minutes videoing it. And I showed part of the video on the show with Fonz the following day. And guess what happened? Incredibly, I got a copyright strike for my own video. And that meant that the gentleman who actually made the claim had a banner posted over my video saying, "See more videos by," and it went off to his Facebook page and it showed his videos. I was with British Reserve, I was a bit miffed by this. So you get a copyright claim. It's not for music, it was for the actual video of Stonehenge. In fact, it was for the section where we actually arrived at Stonehenge. You can see Stonehenge in the background. Most bizarre. So I counterclaimed and said, look, this is absolutely silly. This is my video. I shot it. I got way through. And this guy's claiming credit. Yesterday, I got a message saying that the claim had been withdrawn. But it's just on Facebook and YouTube, is a pain in the derriere when you get copyright claims. You don't get copyright claims on your own website. I mean, the page we're just looking at now is actually playing. If you press the 678 show button, is actually playing music under license. And whilst you're actually watching this broadcast, you can turn the sound down on my webpage and you can listen to rock music. What could be better? Okay. And then if you think I'm saying something interesting, turn down the rock music and switch up the volume on the video. So how is this all achieved? This is not, I'm going to tell you, this is not rocket science. So in our second video of the day, I'm going to tell you exactly how this is done. I just need to find the video. So bring up the video on screen. I said it's next to me. Now it'll take a second. And then, thanks to Harper, I'm going to go full screen on that video. And I'm going to turn off my microphone before pressing play so you don't get an echo. So my microphone is going off in 3, 2, 1, and over to the video. Of content delivery networks that we can use to go live to our website is Caster.io. Caster.io has been around for a long time. I've been using it to transfer videos from place to place, but now they have an HTML5 embeddable video player, and that makes all the difference. So how do we go about connecting to Caster? Let's do it step by step, shall we? If I click on Set Broadcast, I've chosen Custom RTMP. Let's go to the Caster website. And this is my account on the Caster website. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my stream. And you can see that I've set it up to go to Twitter and to Twitch, but also you can go to my website. Now, in order to do that, I need the RTMP feed, which is there. And I'm going to copy that into my studio and paste it. Okay, then I go back to get the streaming key. Remember, it's in two parts. It is the URL which we've got, and the streaming key, there's the only two pieces of information that you need for our purposes to go live to your website. So I'm going to copy that link, come back to my studio, key the link in by pasting it, and save. Okay, so that broadcast is now set up. Now I can't, because I'm broadcasting to an RTMP site, I cannot do the following, and you've got to bear this in mind. I cannot set a title or description. I cannot see comments whilst I'm live in my studio. That's the downside. But the upside is you're broadcasting live to your website in 1080p in high definition, and you're going to get a quality video. So I've keyed those two pieces of information into, I've got the URL, I've got the stream key. Okay. Save that. It says all changes successfully saved. So we're using caster.io to stream to our website. Let's go live. What could possibly go wrong? So I'm going to start the broadcast and confirm it. And we're now in negotiation. Our signal from this studio is going to be live, and it's arrived on Be.Live, and it's then going to go from Be.Live to caster.io, and we go over to the caster.io site and we shall see it. So I'm waiting. It takes about 20 seconds for the feed to go through, but once it's there, then that's it, job done. Now when you're broadcasting, do make sure that the feed is actually working by opening the site, and it's waiting for stream. So it's beginning now. So there's my camera going through, and in a second we should have from the studio. Right, so the signal is leaving this studio and it's going over to caster.io. Let's go to caster.io, which is that one. And you can see the signal is actually being received in the studio. And if we go over to the website, we can see that it's refreshing and it will come through in a second. And there we have the live feed actually on the website. If you're watching live, thank you. And this is basically on the live video training website. 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to turn the volume off so I don't have any conflict. So let's turn the volume off, because you've got to remember that even though this is not going to Facebook or YouTube, it's going to the website, there is processing involved, and it takes time for the signal to leave your studio and I'm back. Okay. I reckon that people only watched the first 2/3 of the video. This towards the end, because I was recording with Camtasia, I was broadcasting live, I was pushing the boundaries, and it got a bit fuzzy. But in normal practice, going live to the website, if you go to Web Talks Live now, or you go to Live Video Training now, and you go to the end of the blogs, if you go to the blog for Live Video Training, if you go to the blog for Nick and I, if you go to Blubbing for Britain, on all the pages, including Angelica's page, you will see me live at the moment. And it's as simple as that. There's no, as I say, it isn't rocket science. You can actually go live on your website with just two pieces of information, the URL and the stream key. And the signal goes out from your studio, and it goes from your studio to your website. And this is the graphic. If I hide that, this is the graphic. So you're going from your broadcast studio to a content delivery network to the website. Now, Broadcast Studio, I'm going live from Be.Live today, because Be.Live has got RTMP in beta. So it means I can go out to my normal channels. So I can go to Facebook and YouTube. I also go out in RTMP to Switchboard and then to Caster. and hence to my website. I've got a convoluted way of doing it, but it works. Now, as far as the studio is concerned, I'm going to be totally open and frank here. The studio that you start from has to just have an RTMP output, which means you can use Be.Live once beta is over. You can use SCR, something like that. You can use vMix, OBS, or XSplit Broadcaster as your studio. That gives out an RTMP signal. You then need a content delivery network. Now, this is where changes have been made. The major news sites and the major video producers all use content delivery networks to get from their studio to the websites you see the news on. It's all been going on for years, and they pay thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars to make that happen, because they get charged per viewer or some such. But it's now come down in price. And the system I showed you a moment ago, and I'm going to bring it on screen and go like that. The system, and that's not the one I want. I'm going to hide that in just a minute. System I showed you a moment ago, we'll get there in a second. System I showed you a moment ago was caster.io, and that starts at $50 a month. Now, as a business expense, $50 a month, or you could spend that boosting adverts on Facebook, or you could go live on your website for a month. The choice is yours. With the best will in the world, if you measure the potential return of getting people on your website, reading your blogs, visiting your shop, then it becomes a no contest situation. So spending that $50 means you can go to 5 different destinations, including your website. Yeah, and you can track people to your website. That's going to be what I'm doing and promoting in the coming weeks, is actually going live on your website. This system is $50 a month. There is also there are other systems available, and I'm going to talk about those in the coming weeks. One of which is number 2, which is Smile Time. Now, Smile Time, sorry, OneStream, brain something or other there. OneStream have their own web HTML video player, and you can go put your RTMP feed to OneStream. They will send it out to up to 30 different destinations, including your website. So that's the second way, and we're going to be looking at that in the coming weeks. It's simple and straightforward. It works in the same way as Caster. You go over to OneStream, you get the URL, you get the stream key, and you go paste them into your Be.Live studio, press go live, and you're live on your website. Now, it's a different web player, and I'm going to come back to web players in a moment, but content delivery networks are key to this, and the cost of them. Now, OneStream I bought last year on AppSumo. I don't know whether there's a current AppSumo deal, but I do know, and I'm going to I need to hide one of these. I'm going to hide that one and bring up this one if I can find it. So bear with me a second. And I'm just looking through what I've got below, and I should bring it up on screen. I should put it full screen. This, to me, is golden. The combination of Be.Live and Switchboard Live and VI Loud. Now, Be.Live we know, and that's where I'm broadcasting from at the moment. Switchboard Live, Nick and I have, and that's the ability to actually go three things about Switchboard Live. One, as soon as I go live on Be.Live, Switchboard Live pumps it out to 9 different destinations, and I don't need to do anything. I can just sit in the studio and do it. And that is called Auto Start, Switchboard Auto Start. And I've written a review of it, and I'll be appearing on the Switchboard website soon with that review, which I'm grateful for. I'm going to go over here. Yeah. And then VI Loud, you may not have heard of. It was first mentioned to me last week by Marco Novo. And VI Loud is a website that allows, it's got its own web player, but it also allows you to embed in that web player YouTube playlists. So you can play videos 24/7 on the site from YouTube. And people visit your blog post and they see the videos, and see the videos of Nick and I, they see the videos of soon they'll see the videos from our live stream talks on Wednesday, and the videos can be played. But as soon as I go live, as soon as I went live today, those video feeds on 6 different pages were all interrupted by this live broadcast. And I think that's magical. So as soon as I go live, I'm live on 6 websites. And after the show, you can either watch a replay or you can watch the back catalogue. And in ways of actually growing an audience for your back catalogue, which is valuable, then VI Loud is, well, it's just brilliant. I mean, I've been watching the numbers, and the numbers are even better than YouTube at the moment. So that's the number one for me at the moment, is a combination of Be.Live, Switchboard, and VI Loud, because it wins hands down. It's got a good HTML5 video player. It's got the ability to play YouTube videos on demand, and you can see those. It's also got the ability, as I said, which is, I think this is priceless, that you can actually watch the recordings exactly the same site. And over to Nick. Yep. You can go direct. You can cut out Switchboard and go direct to VI Loud. Yeah, it's got HTML, it's got RTMP input, and yes, you could go direct to VI Loud from Be.Live across, well, everywhere that's got the VI Loud player, which can be your own website, it could be somebody else's website. Then they can play your back catalogue of videos, and they can play your live broadcast intermixed, interlinked. And VI Loud at the moment is on AppSumo. Now, just a word though, and I appreciate why we've done this. I'm broadcasting through VI Loud now, which means that they, as well as they're recording this. This is being recorded by VI Loud on their website, and it's being played out across 6 different websites at the same time. However, there are differences. If we go to OneStream, who've got their own web player, they just say, providing you don't do too much of it, there's no meterage. We're not going to charge you per viewer. We're not going to charge you per minute. We're not going to charge you per megabyte stored, gigabyte stored. But if you go to Caster has placed a monthly limit in terms of storage and in terms of bandwidth. Now, the limits on Caster are generous. I don't see myself ever reaching them. Yeah. This is why historically CDNs have been expensive and why we've not been able to consider them. Now, with Caster going from $50 a month for 50 gig bandwidth a month, it's a proposition. Right, VI Loud have their own way of doing things, and it's very interesting. Basically, as I said, it's flawless. It works. It's solid, no problems at all. But it is metered. And by that, I mean you can't broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, or 31 days a month. You have a limit on the number of minutes you can stream each month. Okay, now If you buy on AppSumo, if you buy a single deal, that is 300 minutes. If you buy 2 deals, it's 600 minutes. If you buy if you stack 3 AppSumo deals, then you've got 900 minutes. Now, I worked it out. Of the systems that I'm actually using to go to the website, I can cope with, I do about 200 minutes broadcasting a week. So it's a tight squeeze to get, and it's quite possible that if I am impressed by this, I will invest another $99 so that I can go up to 1,200 in storage and have no problems at all. But they are recording it, and it means that you can replay from the site. You can embed a player on your website or on other people's websites to actually replay the broadcast that you're actually doing. So those are the 3. Number 1, because of its flexibility and just because, is Be.Live, Switchboard, and Be.Live. Number 2 is Be.Live and OneStream, because OneStream have their own video player. You could, and there's no reason why you shouldn't, but I've done this so you don't get I don't get confused. Never mind you. Basically, you could use Switchboard in option 2 as well. Okay, so you could go from Be.Live to OneStream, which is the direct route, or you can go Be.Live, Switchboard, OneStream, which is the route I was using before I got VI Loud and Caster. OneStream is probably one of the most easiest to use, and yet they're all good. I'm not saying I'm nothing against any of them. I mean, I've invested in all of them, so it's just that OneStream was an AppSumo deal last year, VI Loud AppSumo deal this year, as was Switchboard. So the only thing I'm actually actively paying for on a monthly basis moment is Caster. And it depends how long. We know, Nick and I, that Caster have got the best video player out there because you can rewind and all sort of wonderful things. But you could also use Be.Live, Switchboard Live, and Caster. And again, that gives you a greater scope in terms of what you can do. So to Nick. Oh, Nick's going to wait until I finished. Okay, thank you. It's very kind of you. In which case, I'm going to do this again because you're here and you are watching. So I did it earlier. Happy birthday, Nick Wood. I hope you're having a wonderful day in wet England. It's got to stop raining sometime. But I so much enjoy our Monday broadcasts, as I said, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well. Yeah, so obviously questions arise as to whether VI Loud is worth it. I think it is. I think it is. Caster, definitely, that's the cheapest way to do it. OneStream, the AppSumo deal is long gone, so I was just fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. Switchboard Live deal on AppSumo is just ended. The VI Loud one, where you can go direct from Be.Live to VI Loud, is still there. It is metered, but it works so well, and I'm so impressed by everything that you see on screen here. They're all, and Nick's saying hello. Aha, thank you for your video. I enjoyed doing it. I just had a blast. So happy birthday from me. Right, okay, and that was automatically posted on this live broadcast by the Be.Live AI. I did not have to move for that video, that comment to actually be shown on screen. Okay, so going live to your website is where it's at. It is not expensive now to be able to do it, and there is no reason not to do it. There are more pros than cons. In fact, I'm hard pressed to actually think of a con apart from the actual cost, because I'm going to keep on about this, but I'm going to run through it again because I'm developing a series of reasons as to why you should go live on your website. Well, first of all, why you should have a website, And that's because it's your own land. There's nothing Facebook or YouTube AI or Facebook AI can do to you when you're broadcasting on your own website. You are your own censor. That's the first thing. You're in total control when you go to your website. You're not beholden to anybody else. And you can bring people over to your website. They can read your blogs whilst listening to you, and they can visit your shop. This is the best marketing tool ever. This is not holding a webinar on somebody's webinar site. This is people actually actively being on your website. Now, I'm struggling to see a downside to any of this. And I'm gonna keep batting away, because we've now got 5 broadcasts live on the web every week, soon to be followed by a 6th tomorrow, which is live stream talks. And this is the way to go. I've got to tell you that I'm going to tell you, I was going to save this tomorrow, I'll say it today now. I have a website. It's called Live Video Training, and it's all about how to use live video. And I've published 5 blogs in 5 days, all in relation to the new site that I've set up for Nick and myself, for this show, for Blabbing for Britain, for Inspired Bone Video, and of course for Ask Angelica. And I'm live on all those web pages at the moment. And that website yesterday, in a day, had, I'm trying to do this sort of suspense style. It's not going to work though, because I know the answer. That website yesterday had 996 views in a day. In one day, 1,000 views, really, because I'm sure therefore it didn't count. But that's because the site has got live video. More people are visiting those pages to actually watch the live video, to watch the recordings. Okay, every time somebody watches a recording, that's a view on YouTube. Wonderful. And it's just amazing that I've got a comment coming in. Let's have a look at a comment. Yeah, I know, sorry. But 996 views blew me away. I mean, the website was doing 400 views a day when I posted once a week. Now it's doing 1,000 views a day, which I think is totally awesome, because let's just do a bit of math. 1,000 views a day is 365,000 views a year, which is a few more than I actually get on YouTube. So I'm quite sure. So you've got to have a website in your armory, in your marketing mix. Website is crucial. And if you add to that live video, if you add to that YouTube recordings, if you add to that the ability to comment, you're actually building a, I did. You actually built, sorry to annoy you, in a nice sort of way. You're actually building a valuable asset. Yeah, you're spending time building your website. You're not spending every hour that I spend building the website is an hour I'm not on Facebook. It's an hour I'm not on YouTube. I'm actually building something which will have and does have a value. And it's a lot easier to attract people to your website with a new blog post and say, by the way, this is the blog post. I'm also live on the site at 12 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Just come back then and you can watch Harper Peterson, Nick Wood, and me live tomorrow. Yeah. So website, do it. Go live on your website. I've covered the first method today, which was actually using Caster.io. $50 a month is a business expense, and it's cheaper and far more effective than paying money to anybody else for advertising. You can boost a post. It's a true story. Okay, this is the truth. If you go on Facebook, and I go on Facebook after this, and I say, okay, I've got a video on the live video hub, I'm going to boost it. And Facebook says, okay, you can boost this post. Give me $10, $20, $30, and I'll show it to more people than I did before. And you pay $30. And truth be told, over the course of 7 days, your video gets more views. But you don't know who's viewing. And you don't know what effect it had. And it's basically, I'll tell you from experience, that if you boost one post, Facebook expects you to boost more posts. That's the way it works. The more he pays, the more people see your videos. Whereas if it's your website and you can watch your traffic, at worst, you know which country they're in, which region they're in. But if you put an email capture at the bottom and say, sign up to my emails to find out what our weekly schedule is, all sorts of things that I'm in the throes of doing at the moment, you can actually build an audience who return on a regular basis to actually watch your live video on your website. Okay? And they've no login. It's in HD. It's high quality. They can comment. They can surf. And rather than being distracted by Facebook ads, they can be distracted by your advertisements. So everything that you're actually doing is for your own benefit. Yeah. So the video that's on the site is the draw. That's why people come and watch. The replays from YouTube are why people can do more than one thing on one web page. They can watch all your back catalogue. You can tell the story on your page about you. I mean, on my page that I just showed you earlier, I've got the music that I play on Friday. And if you click that button and press play, you can listen to rock and roll. And it's good rock and roll, by the way. You can listen to rock and roll whilst actually surfing the page and reading the blogs and finding out things. And finally, you'll soon be able to go to my affiliate marketing shop and buy things if you want. I'm not going to force you. I'm not a salesman. But you can build a marketing asset alongside the live video and make money. Okay, and I'm going to put this to the acid test. I've got, as you already know, I'm going to go off full screen. I've got relationship wise with OneStream, definitely with Switchboard, and coming up with Be.Live and Caster. And you'll find on my website next week affiliate links to all of them. Yeah, so whilst you're watching the live video, not necessarily yourself, Nick or Harper, whilst you're watching the live video, you can actually go and look at Caster, you can go and look at OneStream, you can go and look at Switchboard and Be.Live, and you can try them out. They've all got trials, and if you do decide to use one of them, then I should get a little commission from it. So I'll be a salesman yet. It's unlikely, but one can but try. So look out for that. Look out for the affiliate links. Look out for more help. Today we've covered Be.Live and Caster, which is the simplest way to do things. Be.Live on OneStream is an alternative to Caster. Differences. Okay, on Caster you can go to your website. Okay, thank you, Nick. On Caster, thank you. I'll leave that there for a minute. On Caster, you can go to your website and you go to 5 social media destinations. That's for the $50. If you pay more, then you can go to more destinations, including your website. So the lowest package includes going to your website, but there is a limit of 5 social networks. With OneStream, you can go live using their web player to your website, and you can go live to up to 30 destinations at the same time. Unlike if I compare OneStream with Switchboard, okay, I've got to be honest here and say Switchboard at the moment are working on a web player, don't have their own, which is why we need to tag on after Switchboard, and it can be either VI Loud, OneStream, or Caster, any of those. Switchboard do have a facility to go live automatically with, in other words, I can go to 10 destinations. As soon as I go live on Be.Live, I'm live on 10 destinations, and I'm through Caster live on the website and through OneStream live on another website. In other words, I'm everywhere. But Switchboard, OneStream and Switchboard allow you to go to up to 30 different destinations, whereas Caster is only 5. Okay. There is obviously everybody's got their own monetization policy, and Caster, whilst it's cheap to enter, it gets more expensive you go on. OneStream is a monthly fee, Switchboard is a monthly fee, unless you manage to get an AppSumo deal. And if you do, I stacked 2 OneStreams, I stacked 3 Switchboard, and if Caster ever gets on AppSumo, I'll be there like a shot. VI Loud, I stacked an AppSumo as well. AppSumo is a great place to actually get bargains. Obviously, nearly forgot. Remiss of me, I know. Right, okay. That's a good question. Thank you for that question. I'll come back to that in a minute. I'll put that one away. Okay, I'm going to come back to it in a minute. Basically, the situation is that there is somebody else on AppSumo at the moment. As you know, I'm broadcasting from Be.Live. As you know, I work for Be.Live. Happy to do so as a content creator. But Be.Live is at the moment on AppSumo. Deal starts at $59, and you can stack up to 3 licenses, and you then come out pretty close. Well, it's not quite pro. Okay, because whenever anybody does an AppSumo deal, they do a minimum viable product, an MVP, and they leave things out. And you take it as being this, well, but the Be.Live deal is the real deal. And as Nick and I enjoy Be.Live, and the AppSumo deal stacked is the bargain of the month. In fact, AppSumo and Be.Live are good friends for the very reason that when Be.Live goes in AppSumo, it's a win-win situation. And it's a win for everybody. So if you're thinking about going live, you're not trying anything yet, then please do take a look at the AppSumo deal for Be.Live. That's one way to go. Okay, I'm going to come back to Nick's question. Okay, I can go live on my mobile phone to my website, and which is what I did last weekend. And Nick, I need to put the PIN number in. I hope you can't see it. No, it doesn't matter if you could. I'm in. I just need to remind myself. Right, okay, the app I use for, and this is my phone, the app, I could have brought the phone in and shown you the app. I'll do that possibly in a future broadcast, but it's called Astra Streaming, ASTRA, Astra, as in per ardua ad Astra, so that Astra. And Astra Streaming, it's in the Google Play Store or in the App Store or iOS Store. It has a watermark on it, but if you pay $10, the watermark is taken off, and it just simply, it works. I mean, I've been now on 4 outings with my mobile phone and my gimbal, and as soon as I go live on my mobile phone, I'm going live on Switchboard, VI Loud, Caster, and OneStream. I got them all daisy chained together. So Astra Streaming is the system that I'm actually using on the mobile phone, and because of the way Switchboard works. As soon as I go live on the phone, I'm live everywhere else. It's just amazing times. It's amazing how, this is a true story. Back at the end of April, I started doing videos, training videos. And I did a video about Switchboard. I did a video about OneStream, about how to use them. But it's out of date. And it's out of date. And I've got to scrap it. I've got to scrap 2 videos because at that point in time, I couldn't go live from Be.Live. And Be.Live RTMP is now in beta. So I'm remaking all the videos with Be.Live has a starring role. So it's Be.Live plus Caster, it's Be.Live plus OneStream, it's Be.Live plus Switchboard and VI Load. All because Be.Live now has one new feature, which is to be able to broadcast to RTMP. So when you ask the question, what do I do with RTMP? The answer is simple. It's whatever you like. It gives you the power to go live on your own websites, on your friends' websites, on your own pages, on your friends' pages. So this broadcast, if I wished, could go live on Nick's YouTube channel, on Corinda's YouTube channel, on Brigitte's Twitter account. All things are possible because of the technology that's available on Switchboard. And because of the changes that are made in Be.Live, it's making there are 2 stages to this. One is making the technology available, and the other is what to do with it. Now, the people who provide the infrastructure, they're doing their job. They're doing the tech side job. The what to do with it is the question that we have to answer. Now, I've talked about going live to your website. We've talked about going live from your mobile phone as well. You assume we can do that on Be.Live as well. The Be.Live iOS app is in testing. The Android app will follow soon afterwards. So that, I mean, all things are possible. As soon as we've got a Be.Live app on mobile, wow. I mean, everything else just disappears, really. So exciting times. This is a journey, as you hopefully can tell, that I'm actually enjoying. I will, after this broadcast, be able to repurpose it using the Be.Live video editor, which is integrated into the site. And you'll see, if you've been watching the whole of the show, you'll see chunks of it promoting broadcast, promoting live on the website. Live on the website is, to me, and I every time I talk about it, I come up with new ideas. So I'm going to be honest and say that I didn't think about the affiliate links until I was actually live today. Yeah. So that's going on my list of reasons to broadcast to your website. We are in exciting times, and I'm coming up towards the end of the broadcast. I want to say thank you to everybody who's watched, and a special thank you to Harper and Nick who've commented live, found the live page. If you've commented anywhere else, I'd like to say thank you. And I will get to all the comments everywhere afterwards. Switchboard tells me where it broadcasts to, so I can check them out. If you've got any questions about broadcasting live to your website, then all you have to do, I'm trying to get over here, the mouse is playing up. If you've got any questions about broadcasting to a website, then please do ask. I'm always happy to answer. I'm looking to build another team. We've got teams for 5 days live. We've got the Restream team on Wednesdays, and this team is going to be a website team. And we're going to evangelize. That's probably not the right word. The live broadcasting to your website, because when Be.Live puts the RTMP in everybody's kit bag, then things are really going to be exploding, and we're going to be ready for that, because we'll have how to do it on Caster, how to do it on OneStream, how to do it on VI Loud, and hopefully what I'm going to try and do, I don't know how this is going to work at the moment, but I'm going to try and go live on Mixcloud. And if I can play music from Be.Live, well, I'm using OBS at the moment, and OBS is stellar. But if I was using Be.Live, then having a guest would be easier. That's all I'm saying. OBS Ninja is wonderful, but it's not the perfect solution. The perfect solution would be able to play music on Be.Live. Just go live via RTMP to OneStream to Mixcloud. Yeah, I mean, imagine it. I mean, if you put together, you remember mixtapes? Not everybody does, but you used to listen to Top of the Pops or the Sunday show, and they played all the hits, the top 20. I used to put it on tape and listen to it during the week. You could build up your own CD tape, play it. Now, you couldn't upload it to YouTube. You couldn't upload it to Vimeo. It's a question of where you store it. So there are technicalities to find out, but we are on the point of things really, really taking off. I'd like to say thank you for joining me for the last 60 minutes. I just enjoy going live, so I'm happy. I'm not cooking tonight, which is even better. Angelica's cooking, so I can take the evening off. And if it hadn't been raining all day, I might well go in the garden. But for the moment, I'm back tomorrow, and I'm back at 12 p.m. Eastern with Harper and with Nick. And Nick, okay, answered, and that was Astra. Per ardua ad Astra. Little bit of Latin to finish on. So, from Wiltshire, England, thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you again tomorrow and same time next week on my website. And I'll be promoting the website everywhere, though I'm not going to be paying for adverts. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon.